What is up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new series called Oxygen Not Included. I'm not exactly sure how long this series will be, just because it is in early access alpha. It's still the developmental build, but I'm excited to hop into this game. I've actually played about 3 hours of it on my stream. That by no means makes me a master of the game. I just have some experience with it. As you can see up here, cycle 27 was as far as I made it in 3 hours. I don't really know if that's par for the course or you know, not that good or great. I have no idea. I don't know what kind of progress should be made in 27 days or in 3 hours, but we're gonna find out on this series here. Like I said, it might be more like a mini series because it's in alpha, but there is a lot to dig your teeth into. And for those of you who are curious, this is available on Steam. It is $20, I believe. I think it was $20. It's a little weird. You kind of have to go through their blog to get a Steam link for the early access, because if you just look it up on Steam, it's just it says it's not out yet. You can't even buy the alpha from the main store page, which is a little strange. But for those of you who think this art looks a little bit familiar, that's because this game is by the same makers that did Don't Starve, so it has that cartoony, dark, almost like a Tim Burton style looking cartoon with sketch marks all over the place. It's a really amazing and cool art style. But basically, at its core, this game is a management game. It's a space colony simulation, and you build a colony, and you have to have your colonists survive. So let's hop right into it. We're going to generate a world. Every time you start up a new game, it's randomly generated. You're going to see different ores and, different gaps of oxygen and gaps of different, unbreathable gases. Every time you fire it up, it is randomly generated, which is a big pull for me anyway. Also randomly generated is the starting colonists that you get. They are called duplicants, actually. And we get to shuffle these around a little bit. This is a pretty important part because you're actually going to get more duplicants as the game goes, but you can't shuffle them. These guys you can shuffle until you get the 3 starting crew you want. But like I said, other than that, they kind of hand you three duplicants. You got to pick from one, and you can't shuffle them from here on out. So let's see. I mean, I think the worst thing is maybe someone that eats a ton, I feel is always pretty bad. I mean, athletics is really good because of movement speed, and digging's good. Cooking doesn't really come in till later, so we're gonna keep shuffling this guy or gal. Then cooking creativity, again, not so great. Minus athletics doesn't interest me. More cooking. This is strange because I was actually looking for a cook on my last game and I couldn't find him. Okay, so this is interesting. This person's narcoleptic, meaning they fall asleep any place, anytime, but they're also a night owl, so they do their best work when they ought to be sleeping. Really good athletics, and it is a female. So you know what? We're gonna name this one Kate, and we're gonna roll with the core expectation is a little bit high, honestly, but that's okay. 8 athletics is really good. All right, let's get on to the next one. Start shuffling this one around. Early bird does better work in the morning. Takes a little bit longer to do their business, so it takes a little bit longer for this person to go to the bathroom. Learning and athletics, just okay. I'm gonna go until I see a decent amount of green. Digging, athletics -4. Interesting. Okay, let's not have athletics -4. I don't want to get too picky here. Oh, look at this, jack of all trades kind of guy. Diver's lung, so the air consumption is lower, which is really good. Cannot research, but that's okay because I think Kate can research. So we'll roll with this guy, and this one is going to be me. That is Jay right there. Again, nothing on athletics, but jack of all trades otherwise. So we're gonna roll with it. So +1 athletics, +4 learning, loud sleeper. We don't want a loud sleeper just because that raises stress level and can create some angst between the duplicants, and we don't want that. 4 athletics, 7 creativity, medicine, interior decorator. Well, okay, so this decor expectation's 15, so is Kate's. Mine's -20. Cannot research. But, like, Kate can. So as long as we have one person that can research, we're going to be okay. Maybe it's a bad idea to have 2 people that can't research, but you know what? We're going to roll with mozzarella, and we will name mozzarella B-double-O. You guys know him. You know him well. And the name of the colony can be the Wolves Den. Why not? You know, why not? All right, here we go. We got our 3. We got me, Kate, and B-dubs. And you can see we pop out of this printing pod right here, which is where all the new colonists, aka duplicates, come from every couple minutes. I'm not exactly sure. Your crew has awoken miles beneath the surface of an unfamiliar terrestrial body. Oddly, they have no recollection how they got here. It might be best to start digging. Okay, so that is always the entrance line right there. Kind of sets up the story. There's some tips here. Like I said, I know the basic controls. If you guys want a quick rundown of the UI, it's super simple. So basically down here to the left is where we could build certain things. If we go to base, we can build ladders, tiles, doors, storage, oxygen, very important. We get deoxidizers. These are very, very important. So everything down here is basically building certain things, you know, pipes, plumbing, you know, research stations, decor. This is all where you build certain things. Here's where you dig, harvest, prioritize, sweep, mop. Basically, you could dig, a bunch of dirt could fall on the ground, then you have to sweep it up, you know, to put it in your storage container. Deconstruct, pretty self-explanatory if you want to, you know, delete a ladder or something. And then on the top right here, we actually have a jobs panel, which we can allocate a job to each one of our colonists. For instance, these 2 can't research. We read that when we you know, signed them up. And because me and B-dubs are big idiots, I guess. And Kate can. So we want to make sure that Kate's research is checked for when the time comes. But when the time comes to research, the reason I didn't really care that these 2 couldn't is because we're probably going to get a new duplicate out of this printing pod right here. As you see, 1,484 seconds until the next duplicate comes out of the printing pod. But yeah, we just popped out of there, and over here is our ration box. That's what we start with. It's a decent amount of food. 3 little green marks is like okay for now, especially with only 3 colonists. But as you can see, we have sandstone, algae. Algae is very important. Dirt, sand, sandstone, oxalite, which is actually pretty interesting. You can like dig out around it, and it'll emit oxygen. So that's very important as well. We don't want to dig that out. We just want to dig out around it. And then down here, we got copper ore, which is very good for, like, wires and stuff, which we're going to have to tackle. And over here is good that we have some mealwood because we can harvest that. Some more oxalite up here, which we would probably want to free. I'm thinking just, like, opening this up, like, pretty big here. We have a water supply up here, which is kind of... Oh, never mind. We have 2 really nice water supplies down here. We don't even have to worry about, like, pumping this out. Because coming up, you know, from the bottom, now we're here, you know the drill. But yeah, we have some oxygen down here. Vacuum, unbreathable. I've never seen that. Vacuum unbreathable. I've seen, wait, what are these things? Maybe it just, maybe we didn't find out what these were. Vacuum unbreathable. I usually see like, you know, hydrogen, chlorine. I've never seen vacuum unbreathable though. That's kind of strange. It's freaking me out. And you could also speed up the game, you know, double speed, triple speed. This is our stress levels. We all have 3% stress. But yeah, first thing we got to do is dig because we have zero materials. So what we're going to do is dig out here into this wide open space here. And as you can see, they can all dig. Some colonists don't have the dig stat. Like, me and B-dubs can't research, but some people can't dig. So I think that's sometimes a bigger hit. But as you can see, they just zap out these rocks. The dirt does fall on the ground, and it will fall on the ground because we don't have a storage compactor, which we will put right there by the printing pod for now. And then once we build that, you can allocate each of the storage to, you know, hold certain things. So we can have one that holds only dirt, you know, et cetera, et cetera. The problem with that is, this early in the game, I'm going to do all because we're just not at that level yet. Once we get to a point where we can, like, dig out, you know, a storage facility and then allocate each one to have certain materials, that is down the line for sure. But what we're gonna want to do is the problem about, I don't want to dig up the mealwood, so I don't know if this is going to be possible, but we could check it out if we want to dig these two or these three out and try to let the oxylite breathe a little bit. I don't know because it's connected to this. Yeah, it's emitting oxygen. It's emitting oxygen now that we kind of like, you know, gave it some space to breathe, which is good, man. It's good. It's not like, you know, the be-all end-all of everything. But we'll also dig out this because that jump is a little much. So let's try to make it a little smoother of a transition. We got some weird things going on just because of this oxylite and mealwood down here. Mealwood, basically you harvest this and you can start to create better food. I'll show you guys how to create food that isn't great, but like sustainable. And then, yeah, you can move on to the lice meal or whatever the hell it's called. So yeah, storage is first. I'm not a master at this. I'm the furthest thing from it, so you just gotta bear with me. I am gonna tile off some of this, just because it helps with the decor and they don't get messy. Okay, so that oxylite already exhausted itself. So yeah, we're building some tile. Tile is good not only for the decor, but you can also run wires through it, so that is really good. We're actually gonna build another storage container. And yes, they require toilets. That is for dang sure. And as for the toilet, we're actually going to try to put it off to the side a little bit because it does emit some nasty gases here. Dig out over here a little bit. Also, probably gonna want to build a ladder to free this oxylite. I can't believe how fast that one oxylite exhausted itself. Okay, we're gonna put all on that storage compactor. Look at us go to work right now. But yeah, we got a little bit of a weird stairwell thing going on. I wanted to maintain that just because of the mealwood. It's at 99%, so we should be able to harvest it right now. So let's harvest it, and then we'll get the seeds from it. It's honestly a little bit early to hit, like, mealwood, so... I don't know. It takes a minute to, you know, get the research to replant things. Like, you gotta research farming to really get the best out of your mealwood here. As you can see, it dropped meal lice. That makes the better food that I was kind of talking about. And as I said, we could speed it up a little bit so they could dig this out a little bit faster. The only problem with that is, as you can see on the top left, we're at cycle 1, which is basically day 1. And this little dark triangle right here is going to signify that it's nighttime. And we're going to have to sleep, obviously, I guess. But yeah, we want to dig this out a little bit more. And I guess we could dig out the bottom here and then place tile there. I don't want to hit this vacuum. I don't know. This is kind of terrifying. I've honestly never seen it. Duplicate movement. We know all this. We know that we need a toilet. I'm getting there. I'm trying to put it off to the side a little bit. Encloses room without blocking the flow of gas or liquid. That's actually not great, but a door is a door, I guess. Maybe it helps a little bit. Okay, we're getting some things. So microbe musher is the thing that you produce food with, which we could probably set that up as well. Right now, we don't need food, honestly. We're still at 3 ticks. We're looking okay. And then we're going to build this out. And it's telling me that I have things that I could build because we've been digging. So that's what keeps popping up down here. So we're going to get a nice little corner set off here. I'm going to put the toilet in there and put a door, but like this door, like it says right here, it doesn't block the flow of gas or liquid, which is, you know, not what we want. But eventually we'll dig out over here and put some compost and hopefully, you know, have like the toxins stay on the left side here, and then we could kind of dig over here and expand out until some of these special materials, and we're gonna have to dig down for this water eventually. That's how you also produce food. Okay, so if we want, we could do tiles here. This is the graphic designer in me, you know, building these kinds of things. This is very unnecessary. You could just get away with having, you know, dirt around your build. But this is just how I function. I don't know. I gotta like tile things off and make sure that they're all good. The problem is I don't know if they could reach that, so I'm gonna build a ladder up here really quick. Like I said, this is very, they're not gonna have any cots for the first night. That's just how it is. But this should help the decor. It should definitely help the decor having tile all around here. Maybe enclose the gas a little bit better that this is going to emit. Hopefully. Let's go to plumbing because this is what's next. The outhouse needs to be built right there. And yeah, I doubt we're going to get this done before the end of the first night. But we have 0% stress across all 3 duplicants, which is pretty good, man. But yeah, I'm building the ladder just so I could build tile up there. I don't know if they could reach it otherwise. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. They're gonna fall asleep in here before the toilet's even done. It's okay. It's all right. We'll get them. We'll get them tomorrow, boys. We'll get them tomorrow. I love how the outhouse has a little air freshener there. That's so awesome. So this is emitting oxygen. Honestly, it might be better off to just leave it like this for now because when you release it, it emits a ton of oxygen and then burns out pretty quickly. I think that's how it works. Also, can we pick up the meal lice? It's pretty valuable stuff there, man. All right, the next day, cycle 2. Insufficient oxygen generation, yeah. We're gonna start needing to oxidize this area. Is this unreachable? It is unreachable, okay. Hold on. Maybe that'll make it reachable. We're also gonna sweep all this up. Maybe slow it down a little bit. When you go fast, it's a little anxious because, I don't know, things can start going south and go south quick. On my one world that I was doing, or colony, I should say, that I was doing for stream, it was my first time playing, so things got out of hand relatively quickly, and I couldn't really, you know, regain my footing. This is still unreachable, huh? Okay. That's a bit of an issue. Like, what do you even do? I guess you build... Well, we can't build tile. Yeah, this is a very, for just having this little corner here, this is a very roundabout way to do it. But we're gonna have to try to do it like this. Yeah, okay. Well, we did it. Just, you know, things had to happen that I'm not, you know, super proud of. Oh, why didn't it get that one? No! Oh, my brain. I can't handle it. I gotta do it. How is this unreachable? This is so, like, not even, this doesn't even matter, like, at all. This, like, matters 0. Oh my god, it's a miracle. It's a miracle, they did it, boys. All right, now we can deconstruct this, I think, and then put a tile there. And then deconstruct this. Oh my god. All right, that took way too long. Okay, we're all golden though. We're golden. The bathroom is set up. You know, it could be worse. Now let's pause it. Let's see what we need to do. So first we need to get some oxygen deoxidizer, but we're gonna need to generate power. Wow, that oxylite is getting eaten up. So we're gonna need to generate power. First of all, there's these overlays, which I haven't showed you guys yet, but they're super important. So you can see kind of what the oxygen's doing. We got some carbon dioxide there, maybe because there's a vacuum seal right down here. As you can see, they're kind of spread out. I think it has something to do with the plants kind of give off carbon dioxide. We got some bristle up here that we could harvest. Another mealwood, which is actually pretty good. That algae is going to have to be harvested sooner or later because algae, I think, is one of the most important things in this game. But let's see here. What do we want to do? Well, we want to get these going, right? I'm just debating, like, trying to keep away from over here. What we can do first, though, is if we go to furniture, we go to cot. We need 3 cots. One, 2. It's not going to fit. Should have planned that out a little bit better, but it is what it is. Let's see here. Can we reach up here? No, it's unreachable. That's quite annoying, but you know what? That's okay. You know, sometimes I need limits like that when it comes to interior design. Okay, let's go. I mean, I wish I moved this all one over, which I guess I still can. What would that do? So if I moved it one over, it would be 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I could do it. I could do it. Let's do it. Okay, and then we go to tile, and then we go... Okay. Well, we did it. And now, we can slow it down a little bit. Okay, I think Kate's narcoleptic. She is, yeah, so she just fell asleep. That's okay. So that's... B-dubs. J... Kate? Did I do that right? Cot owner, J, and then Kate. Yeah, that seems right. That seems right. We allocated them properly. We need power. Like, we need power. So we're going to go manual generator, tiny battery. We might have to dig up that mealwood. And I feel okay about it because we have... It is at 55%. So let's maybe harvest it a couple more times. This might actually kill it because this is going to create heat, and this might actually suffocate that mealwood. Which, if it does, it is what it is. We really need power. Like, that's imperative that we have power. And then we could put one right here, and we're gonna need a couple of these kind of spread out. We need a food source. Okay, that's fine. It's, you know, we still have food. I think it's just kind of alerting us, like, hey, man, you got to be aware that you're gonna need food soon, so dig to some water, which is totally understandable. But we can connect all this. We could start... Basically what happens here, it might seem a little bit more complicated than it is, but we have a manual generator, so one of the colonists have to run on this generator, power this battery, and this battery will store some energy, as you see that little green bar going up, and that is our electric source and our power. So, you know... You can upgrade the battery to a bigger battery. There's certain things you could do. You can even, like, you know, break down coal and stuff. But first of all, these guys shouldn't be idle, especially during the day. So we need to start digging out. And the next step is going down to the water here. So what we're going to do is we're going to dig down. We're going to dig down right here. There's going to be a lot of digging, but the water is pretty deep. All right. I think we should just dig straight down here. And then when we do that, we're going to have to go ladder. I mean, it's a climb. It's, you know, call up Miley Cyrus because this shit's a climb right here. But we got to do what we got to do. I would like to dig out some more here just to press this up against, you know, and have a nice little cutoff. Bed beyond reach. I mean, really? You can't jump down? I mean, I guess Kate's gonna have a rough night's sleep without the cot again. That's a bit unfortunate, but you know what? It's all right. We're still doing okay on food, but we're definitely gonna have to get cracking on the food. So this is still growing. It grew 2%. It's not getting suffocated by the heat that these are putting off, which is good, because I would like to harvest this a couple more times if we could get it. And then up there, we're going to have to climb up and harvest these once they're ready, but they still got a ways to go. All right, cycle 3, day number 3. How long have we been going? 23 minutes. All right, we're probably going to just try to get to the water source and then call episode 1 good here. But yeah, if you guys are enjoying this episode and you want to see more of this on my channel, please leave it a like. It helps me out a ton. It also lets me know that, like, this is what you want to see. I don't usually do management games or, like, you know, even like a resource management game, but it's a little bit survival, which is a little bit up my alley. Also, like, the art style and anything with a good aesthetic, I kind of like checking out. This is in early access, so I don't know how deep we can go with this series, but I'm willing to go as deep as it's willing to take us, you know? We'll also get, well, I mean, they're sweeping it up slowly but surely, but might as well put out an order. I like to keep the base relatively clean, as if you can't tell already. Also build the tiles out. Build the tiles out there just because we can. Probably want to prioritize getting... We'll still have 2 ticks on the ration box. It's not, like, completely dire right now. The next duplicate actually is coming in hot and heavy right here. All right. Well, we're going to get it in about 2 minutes, so... It's good to know. All right, yeah, now we're cracking on the ladder, which is good. Again, like to keep the base clean, we're gonna have to sweep all this stuff up. The storage compactor is almost filled. Probably need to build another one. Maybe even 2 more. I think that's much needed. Mealwood seed, unreachable. Okay, so that something happened there with that mealwood plant that it just turned into a seed, but the seed is actually valuable. Well, very valuable. We could turn it into a renewable resource. Also, probably want to start getting the research popping off. With that being said, let's go to stations and research station, and we could pop this here. The only thing is, I think we are dooming this mealwood right now. All right, we got another duplicant who has arrived. Again, we can't shuffle these, so we got to pick from one of these. Cannot cook, cannot build, cannot build. Okay. We got 3 athletics, 7 medicine. We got construction, creativity, digging, medicine. Okay, this guy seems pretty good. McNair seems pretty good. Athletics, creative. He cannot build. He cannot cook. He's a night owl and an interior decorator. Okay. You know what? We're going to go with McNair, I think. I think we're going to go with McNair. I do like the 4 athletics, though. You know what? Hold on. He doesn't have a high decor expectation, but honestly, a 5 is like nothing. You know what? That probably stacks. I'm actually going to stay away from that. We're going to go with the level 4 runner, and this is going to be Pungence. The amazing frog right there. We're going to print him out, and he's flipping out, and there he goes. Lands right on his face. Welcome to the world there, Pungence. Okay, B-Dubs is hungry, or he just showed a chicken wing, and he's eating. So that means that 2 ration is probably going to start to fade relatively quickly. But once we get down here, we're going to be able to dig out here and then fetch some of this water. It's a climb. It legit is. It's pretty far, man. But the one thing we can do is if we dig out over here as well. Wow, we're getting into some stuff over here. But yeah, if we dig out over there, we're going to be able to put a oxidizer down there. This is going to burn out that mealwood 100%. I don't understand how that's going to survive this, but if it doesn't, again, it's okay. We have another one up here, and we have a mealwood seed, so it's not too big of a deal. I allocated these, right? I did. These storage are completely filled. We're going to need another cot, unfortunately. Interesting. I kind of want to build a new ration box. All right. Well, we need it. I don't want to set any more orders, but I'm thinking of building another ration box maybe over here closer to the food source. Because we're going to have the food source thing right here. And, yeah, have the ration box down there. You know what? We could even dig out some levels now. Okay, they really can't breathe down there. I'm sorry, guys. Well, come up. If you can't breathe, come up. I understand the oxygen's probably terrible. This is what's gonna happen, man. That's just what's gonna happen. You know, down by the water, it's gonna create some carbon dioxide. It's gonna, you know, get up the ladder a little bit, which isn't amazing. Like, I don't love the idea of that, but that's kind of just how it is. And then we're gonna go oxygen, deoxidizer. We're gonna put 2 down here to hopefully help this out a little bit. But they are struggle bus. They are 100% struggle bus right now. Maybe we do 2. Do we do 2 or do we do 3? Or 1? Come on, tough it out down there, bud. Tough it out down there. And then, yeah, we need a food source. We still have 2 ticks on that. I'm cutting it a little close. I'm trying to do a little much here. But if we just get the wire, we're going to need a lot of copper here. Okay, well, there it is. We're gonna wire up these deoxidizers down here. Hopefully clear up some of this air. It's not gonna be perfect, but... Okay, get to your beds. Get to your beds. Kate, what are you doing? No! She's gonna fall asleep on the ladder. Oh, no, she is a night owl, isn't she? All right, can she get to her bed? She's had so many night sleeps on the ground. Okay, here we go, here we go. I think she's going. All right. You know what? That might be a bit of a cliffhanger, but I'm going to call it there for the first episode. This is a really nice water source. Not only that, look at this, boys. We got lucky here on the water. This is good enough to last us a long time. We could even, you know, somehow dig out this stuff and combine the water source into one giant pool, which is going to be awesome. We have a lot of good things going on. The colony is doing all right. You know, it's passing. We probably need some more, another cot. Hopefully move the ration box. Might create a little food making area right here and have the ration box down there. Kind of a place where they can go get food. I want to separate off the base. You know, I don't want to have it all one line right now like I do right now. But, you know, all that stuff will come in time. Again, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, feel free to leave it a like. It helps me out a ton. It also lets me know that this is what you want to see on the channel. I'm enjoying this game a ton. And I just wake up and want to play it. So, like I said, if you enjoy it, leave it a like. Also, check out the link down below. It's going to be a link to the alpha version of this game for you guys to pick up. Like I said, it's $20 if you want to join me on this journey and kind of learn with me as I play the game. Again, I'm not a master. I'm not a expert at this game. I'm learning. This is only my second time playing. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, I'm not going to say it again. You guys will leave a like if you liked it. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay safe, stay up. Peace out.